What a nice property though, right?
It is. You've cleaned it up too. It was not nice before.
Getting all this. I have to put a fence up here. I gotta do some stuff here.
Yeah, this is, you're right. Like just pushing that forward would be a big advancement of the project.
Welcome to Flow Design Architects, a company that works with you and for you.
Okay, so Darguin, here's the thing. So this is the other side of the building, right? Nobody realizes, one, how far back it goes, which we saw in the dental office, how far back it goes. Two, this hallway is a major waste of space, as we can see. I don't know why it needed to be this wide or whatever.
Like a double loaded corridor, like a hospital corridor.
However, what I really want to do is work on the upstairs, right? So initially, it was going to be our dental office upstairs, but Darguin, watch your head. This is the bane of my existence.
Yeah. It's an existing grandfather lumber. Like this is, you don't see those anymore, by the way. Oh. That's a big beam right there. Oh my goodness.
So the problem is now working around this beam. Please excuse the mess in this area. It's
no, this is before, right?
This is the before. It's pretty much what downstairs looked like.
Yeah.
Maybe not so bad. But as you can see, it's a really big space, right? So you come up from here. There's a huge room here. And
this is huge.
Yeah.
It was a church at some point, right?
No, up here was a dance studio.
A dance studio, right? Yeah.
So then if we go down here, there's all this thing. I mean, I don't even know if we need, there's a couple of bathrooms, and then there's another really large room here.
They're huge rooms.
Yeah.
So what's your goal? What do you want to do here?
So one is either I want to rent it out to someone. That doesn't work. What I'd really like to do is work with my family who's down in Florida and get like some flooring and some cabinets up in here, just like a showroom, and then they will drop ship them from Florida. So people will come in, look at the cabinets, look at the floor.
So it will become like a showroom, literally. But you will have to have storage for it too, because you wouldn't have everything on display.
No, so
or would it be just display and then you ship things to their houses if they
would get shipped directly to their house. So like in this area,
I didn't think about that because you gave me, but you one thought was using it as part of the downstairs. Then the other, and that was what the design was for. Then the other thought was you mentioned using it as residential at some point. So
we were thinking about building the residential, but when we do the residential, I want to start it from the street.
Okay.
So once I'm done with that dental office, I'd like to use the whole thing as commercial downstairs, residential up higher.
Oh, so you want to go up higher more?
I want to go up higher more, and I want to put if possible, the parking underneath, like not waste all that parking lot in the front. But that's...
Oh, so you're saying build that whole thing up.
The whole thing.
As soon as you go in, go down, park.
Yeah.
And then... Wow, we're talking about visionaries right here. So that's a bold one.
Yeah.
Wow. That would be phase 5 of this, right? And go. Wow, how many floors? Probably several floors.
I think they'll let us up to 3 floors is the max they'll let you here. Okay. So the first floor and then 2 more above.
So this would be now as a part-time use for it as a showroom.
The dental office.
Yeah.
I want to do something up here. I first initially thought we were going to put our offices up here, but
we have private bathrooms, private offices.
But we have enough room downstairs for now that I really don't want to waste the space in our offices. It's just not, I think this could be better used.
You already have it as a showroom, not showroom, but a storage room. You have all kinds of materials in here,
So I think once it's all cleaned up, the floors are done, that's...
So what would you want us to do? To kind of design a fit out for a showroom and talk about what you want to show and then design it for it, right?
That's right. So whatever, I don't know if we can go through this wall or do anything like that. So you would have to tell me what could be done here, how we could use the space for like 2 different shows. One would be like these types of floors.
Yeah.
The other one would be just for cabinets or public cabinets here, flooring over there. Like that.
Yeah, I mean, this is our initial consultation. So as you remember, our 4-step process begins with this. Like what? Okay, now we know the idea is that we're going to be doing some sort of showroom with some storage components to it and other spaces. That gives me a scope. What will be your timeline? I need to understand, when do you want to pull a permit for this and get it done, right? Like,
as sooner than later. Whenever, I'd like to have it ready by late fall.
Okay. All right. So now, understanding the scope, understanding what you want, I would want to get a list from you via email.
Okay.
Of exactly that one. Here's my general goal. Tell me if I can do that and how I can do that. You know, my answer will be sure, but we got to do X, Y, and Z to be able to get it. So once you get me that and images of what you envision, I want to know, what do you see this like? What, like, is it a fancy display? There's a million ways of doing a showroom. So I want to get pictures of that. Your brother can help, your sister can help. You can send me pictures of that.
Okay.
So after, you know, and that will be part of our 4-step process. So starting from the beginning, I'm going to use this, by the way, to show our clients how we do our 4-step process. Okay. So step 0, initial consultation. We're doing it live right now. Great. So understand scope, time, budget, complexity.
Yeah.
I also understand the client profile. It's very important. It's very important that I understand who I'm working with.
Hard to work with. Yeah.
Yeah, really, like the worst client ever. That's it. You know, you pass the test. You have to be the worst. So at the end of the day, I understand that, and that gives me kind of like a certainty, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna do a flat fee budget, right? I'm gonna do a lump sum. So I kind of have a good idea. I can begin drafting a contract with this information of how long it's gonna take.
You have a preliminary plan already.
I do. It's perfect because, you know, now I'm showing everybody about our 4-step process right here, right? We have different levels of services, which is another thing, but we have define, envision, design, and document. So on the define stage, we do existing conditions. For this project, we already did existing conditions because we were the designers and the architects of record for the entire development at the beginning. So that saves time and money right there, right? Like, we don't have to verify anything in here. It looks like it's exactly how I left it behind before. Yeah. In fact, we can still see the tape on the floor that I was talking about before, of where walls were gonna go for the other design. Yeah. So then the envision is what I was asking you for. So the define, I understand, it's basically no charge because we don't have to do much. Maybe I will just clean up my model, which I already have, and turn it into that. The envision is that list and those pictures, right? And then we will move into design options, and we will do 2 design options. I'm sure we discuss it with you, your brother, your sister. It's gonna be back and forth, and we're gonna end up with the final option. That's the one that we're going to do the final drawings for, and hopefully get built and get it done. So that's a short process for how we work. And construction, we get involved on call. You call me, Darwin, I need you to do this, typically as an additional service, a couple of visits here and there, and we get things done. You have any questions on that? No,
I've worked with you before, so I pretty much know how this goes.
Exactly. Perfect. But perfect. I think I understand everything. Is there anything else I need to know about this space here?
I don't think so.
Good. Excellent. So you guys saw the 4-step process, and a very short, we're starting with the initial consultation right here live with Ashka, our amazing doctor.
Looking forward to making this place look really nice, just like downstairs.
I love how she puts her face like, looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, right. It's like at this pace, it probably take 10 years to get it done, but
no, we won't. Listen, so over here we could put some more stuff here, but I think like the billing and the reception or whatever for this should be over here. What do you think? Right?
Well, you go upstairs. We want to be able to see it as soon as you walk up. So
the desk, you mean? The reception area?
Yeah, like you see how as soon as you enter the dental office, you immediately see. Boom.
Okay, fine.
Right? So
then you can put it here.
So I think that would make sense.
Okay.
Yeah, like walk up and immediately see it. In our original design for the space, this even was gonna be like glass and beautiful stuff. But we can make a reception. It's already open.
Yeah.
We can figure out how to open this maybe so that it's not solid. So as soon as you walk in through, you can see something less, heavy. This is a means of egress. We gotta maintain the means of egress. So that's that. On that
so
end.
that's where my concerns come, right? One, what can I do up here? One, can I just rent it out to office space? can I do what I want to do, which is that showroom? Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we can backtrack into what we already were approved to be able to do. We got a permit to do this whole building.
Yeah.
We drafted the entire building. So if you were going to use it as a dental office upstairs already, and it was approved to be able to do that, you can certainly do any office for that matter, right? Okay. And that wouldn't be a problem. Okay. You can do, if you were to change the type of use, that triggers the issues with sprinkle, fire protection, separations, all that stuff. Okay. Now, because it is a commercial space and you're using it as a commercial space, doesn't trigger anything. If you say we're gonna move to residential,
then it's a big...
You're gonna need to do all those things. So I don't see any problem with doing the showroom.
Is this a problem, these steps?
They may be, I have to check how tall they are, but I know that the main concern is actually the clearance for that beam that we...
But what about ADA? How do you get them up here?
So it's already an existing building. Okay. It already isn't conforming with ADA.
Okay.
Unless you're changing the use. I have to get back on that. There is some triggers too, because we've done so much work on this property. It may need to be ADA, but I have to dig deeper into it, you know.
Okay, because...
You are absolutely right. But it already doesn't have that ADA component. If you were building it from scratch, you will have to, but you're not building it from scratch.
Right.
Now, this wouldn't be that hard to get. You could get a lift from, like, you can get somebody from here and get a lift.
But this is Bank of America's.
Oh.
It's not mine.
But it is...
or is it theirs? Or is it mine?
To be or not to be? That's the question. Yeah, you're right. Well, do you have a survey of this property, plot plan? If you don't, we can get one, and we'll know what you really have and what you don't. Because this is already here. It's an egress. Mm-hmm. It's a required element, and you already have it. Okay. Now, it wouldn't be the main entrance, and that's not accessible already. It has to be accessible from when people park to when people go up. Mm-hmm. So you couldn't use this as an accessible one.
No, right?
No.
No.
I mean, it's the questions I get all the time. So we'll have to look into it, Ashka. I don't know exactly if this needs to be ADA or not.
Okay.
Right now it's not. So why would it have to be?
Okay.
All right. So.
And then that is the thing.
Yeah, we have this major lumber piece, a heavy timber piece that we could easily replace with a steel beam. By the way, we spoke about it back at the beginning.
Will the steel beam help me in this situation?
Yeah, because it could get shorter. Okay. Now, I didn't know much back then. Now I know more. I know how we can do that.
Yeah. So whichever, like all this needs to be cleaned up, Darguin. Mm-hmm. Ugh. I'm so disgusted by it just looking at it.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I mean, it's such a nice place, but it has so much potential. The ceilings are so high. Everything is so nice, If
it was residential, it would be very lofty.
Yeah, it would be lofty.
People probably would do a second little bedroom upstairs,
Yeah, or something.
With a spiral stairs up, they would probably do that stuff.
Yeah, let me turn off this light real quick.
Yeah, go right ahead. But I think I got all the information I need here.
Okay.
Regarding the, the scope of work.
Yeah.
If I have questions, I'll email you. But this is clear.
Okay.
Just don't change your mind on the direction though. Like if you say it's a showroom, let's work on that.
Yeah.
And if I tell you, it's impossible, which I never do, but anyway, then you can move on to something else. Because then you're gonna change the target on me.
No,
and I hate when the target starts moving. Like I don't like it. It's hard to predict. And then I become this guy that's always charging for additional services, which I don't like that. Actually.
No, maybe give me until this coming weekend, then I'll know. No, not this weekend, next weekend.
Yeah,
so I just want to get and then it'll either just be, that beam is going to be a problem no matter what. Mm-hmm. The ADA, you have to check to see if that's going to be an issue there too.
Yeah, this is accessible right now, this space. So
yeah.
This is great. But this is pretty good.
Yeah, so when I was talking about upstairs, you see, like, if I was to expand this to the residential portion, Darguin, it would have to come up. It wouldn't just end there. I would bring it all the way to here.
Would you see it as cantilevering with steel columns?
Yeah.
And this still is open and people can park in, and then they go into an elevator?
No, I was thinking.
Or you're gonna unbox the whole thing?
I was gonna start. Why am I gonna waste all this?
Well, we have to look into how much you can actually build. We will need a survey for that, by the way, for sure.
Yeah.
So to know how much you can actually build and how you can actually build. If you want me to do a test fit of this, I could do that as a separate thing. Like, Darwin, is this vision I have? What are the implications of this vision I have?
Yeah.
And then I can do a little test fit and see what. And then say, listen, you can do X. You can do X amount of stories. You can do X amount of units. You can do X.
Yeah.
And then you can, that's what I do with my contractors too. It's like, give me the number and the implications, because I have nothing to put on my vision board. Right. I have nothing. I need to know, See,
my thing is right now, I just need to run. I don't want to do the construction of anything over there. I need to run this office for at least 5 years.
Got it.
Bring the money out of it. And
so that will be like...
Yeah, at least 5 years down the line. Then I can do whatever. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. But I'll put it on my notes at least so that I have something to refer to. Like, she would like to do X, Y, and Z.
What a nice property though, right?
It is. You've cleaned it up too. It was not nice before, for sure.
The guys has to come and paint it or pressure wash it or something.
Yeah, I remember speaking with you about doing something on the outside too, like maybe a little canopy or something that gives the character.
Yeah.
The black and the brick looks really nice.
Yeah.
So I would actually stick with that, but maybe a little canopy would make it look very nice and pop. It looks like we're getting some efflorescence there, which is like when the water hits the brick and it starts peeling out all of the motor.
That white?
Yeah.
No, they did that when they put that new window in. That wasn't there before.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
it would be nice to have mason rake.
Yeah. No, the whole, this summer and fall, I'm gonna work on getting all this. I have to put a fence up here. I got to do some stuff here. Yeah,
you're right. Like just pushing that forward would be a big advancement of the project. Just grabbing that triangular piece. It doesn't have to be triangle. Maybe it's flat and straightforward. Yeah. That would be amazing. And I could see this being like really nice, even luxury condos.
Yeah.
So you can even have a deck. You can have a deck. You could. This is, and so close to Boston, so close to the Encore Hotel.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to be here?
Yeah.
And you could go as high as those. I think you're right. You could probably go as high as those 3 stories for sure.
Yes.
Because this is kind of like the downtown district area. It's like very good. All right, but we're good. If you don't have anything else to talk about, we're good.
I don't, so I'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
You let me know whatever you find, and I'll let you know.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, see you, Flow Design.
Welcome to Flow Design Architects, a company that works with you and for you. Thank you for watching.